Welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd pop on for a little bit of a catch up. I'm currently filming this Wednesday the 6th of January, and you know what, it's pretty grim, isn't it? Because today is the official day that you take down your Christmas tree, the day after the 12th day of Christmas. So I have been de-Christmasing this morning, which isn't great, is it? So I think everything is down now, but not everything's back in the loft, so we kind of get in there. But it's really good to have some plans, isn't it, for, you know, the next few months, something to look forward to. So I'm going to chat with you about that today. I'm going to chat to you about things I've had delivered and things I've been making and things so far. And I don't know yet, but I might piece this together with other days and then post it, so you've got a bit, you know, all in one go kind of thing. So if you've been on social media, you might have seen a recent make and you'll have saw my little ski mouse, and but you didn't have any skis or poles because I'd ordered some things and they hadn't arrived. Now, the things you were supposed to use were toothpicks and coffee stirrers. I tried to get some free coffee stirrers, but I was unsuccessful, and so I ordered actually some lollipop sticks, because I thought I'd ordered coffee stirrers. I ordered lolly sticks, and they're food safe ones. So the plan is, in these like summertime, I can make ice lollies and things for my children, so they're not going to totally go to waste. And obviously toothpicks, self-explanatory, you know, good for picking your teeth when you get a bit of sweet corn stuck in there. So I'll show you the picture that I've took of my little mouse sitting on the tree. Obviously my tree's down now, so I can't put him back on my tree, but he's actually got his skis now, and here he is. So I've put his little lolly sticks on. I've not taken a photograph of him yet. I've literally done this because I've got the hot glue gun on here. I'll try not remember to leave it on all night this time. The last time I had the glue gun on, I left it on, didn't I? And yeah, and he looks lovely, doesn't he? Now the only thing, I was a bit disappointed. I forgot to put the safety eyes in before I closed up the back of the head, so I've had to do embroidered eyes, which I don't think they ever look quite as good as the safety eyes, but I'm not too upset. And then I totally forgot I was meant to do a little bit of a trim round his wrists and round the bottom of his jumper, but I might still do that before I put him in the loft with the rest of the Christmas things. I might just do those finishing touches and things to him. But yeah, he's just lovely, isn't he? But he's just one of the 4 mice that I wanted to knit for Christmas, but because I knitted the owl for my son after his operation, it didn't end up, and I did Stickman and Sprout and things, it just didn't end up happening. So I think that's why I didn't mind doing Stickman and the Sprout, because I knew realistically I wasn't going to get the 4 mice done before Christmas anyway. So I've like knitted him over Christmas and things and just finished him off over the last couple of days. So yeah, so he's lovely, isn't he? So what else is going on? Right, I've had a delivery from Poppy to Fry this morning. She's got so I hope you're enjoying the January sales, because I've ordered a few little things. Oh, something's just fell. Actually, I might move it, it might get burned. Now, the one thing I can't show you that I ordered from Poppy, it's an A4 print of a vintage sewing machine, and it came in a package. It said do not bend. The package was really bent and a little bit ripped open. So, and it has come all the way from Cornwall, and I'm in the Midlands. So, and Cornwall's like down south, if you don't know, and in the UK. And so it's sitting at the moment under a load of baking trays. It doesn't look like it's got permanent damage. It just looks like a little bit bent. And I am going to be putting it in a frame anyway, so I think it's going to be okay. But that's flattening on the dining table at the moment. It came with a lovely little card saying, "Dear Claire, many thanks for your order, best wishes from Poppy and team." So that's going to go on my notice board, which is I really like that. I love it when you get a little thing like that to keep. And other things I've ordered are some Christmas cards. Now, this is probably the card I'd like to receive, but it's got a vintage sewing machine on. It's all free motion embroidered kind of look about it, and it says "So this is Christmas." And obviously my vlog was called "So this is Vlogmas," so you know it has a bit of a similar thing, and it's a pack. I think there's either 5 or 6. And they make a donation to charity with every pack they sell, and it is made from 100% recycled card. So I'd like to receive one of these myself. I think I'll keep one, but these are quite nice to send to sewing people, aren't they? So, you know, maybe next Christmas, maybe some sewing people might get this, you know, you never know. So anyway, right, the other thing is a sandwich wrap. Now, I've made a sandwich wrap before. I made this one. You might have seen, I've done little videos on social media, me doing the free, this is like free motion embroidered. You might have seen me doing the free motion embroidery on it. And this is it. And it's like a food grade sandwich lining. Now, people have asked me about this sandwich lining, and I haven't been able to get any more actually. I've got a little bit left to make more, but I don't know where else to source it. But where I got it from, they don't sell it now. So that's the one I made, but I bought one. I couldn't resist because look, it's got this vintage sewing machines on it, and obviously I love my vintage sewing machines. So yeah, it's the same kind of thing, look. So I do like a sandwich, and especially a crisp sandwich. That's my favourite. So I can see myself in the summer taking my sandwich out on my bicycle. You know, little days out. I love actually going out on my bike with a basket and, you know, taking a little lunch out and having a ride out and stopping and having a little something to eat. But the bike I've got now, I've had it a while, but you can't get a basket on it. I used to like put my dogs in the basket, but this one, you just cannot fit a basket on it. So it's just, I'm going to need a new bike. I since having this bike and not having a basket on it that I can put the dogs in, I've rarely used it. I've probably used it like twice in 2 years or something, but there you go. So that's my new sandwich wrap, and that's everything I've ordered from Poppy. Obviously I'll show you the print when I eventually get it. Now, I have completed a project, and I did tell you that I was making this. I'll get you the picture to show you, and it's the Rebecca Page basic thong. Now have a look at that picture. Can you see that? Yeah. Now I thought I quite fancied this kind. I didn't fancy the high ones, and that's the drawings at the bottom. So yeah, I thought, well, it looks like, as far as thongs go, it looks quite comfortable. It doesn't, I think, you know, as long as the thong isn't too tight or too strappy, they can be fairly comfortable, can't they? And I decided to make it out of a fabric. I have got a sleeve for this actually. I had got a fabric I wanted to use, and I've used now, it must be really old. It's a maternity top I had when I was pregnant with my boys. Now, bearing in mind my youngest son is 13, and he's going, I can't believe it actually, he's going to be 14 in March, my youngest child. That is absolutely shocking. I can't believe that. He's always going to be a baby to me. He's baby Jack, right? But so that's the last time I was pregnant, you know, nearly 14 years ago. And yeah, so and I probably had this top with my eldest, and my eldest is 17, and he's going to be 18 in May. You know, so it's a little crazy, isn't it, that I've still got maternity wear in my wardrobe. But I have sometimes I dig out things and I think I've had this since I was 14. So I do hold on to things, you know, and repurpose things. Anyway, this maternity top, it did have a little bit of a stain on it. And I think the reason I kept this one, that there's been times during, you know, being a mum, I've coloured my own hair. You know, I've put like different brown colours on and things because I was naturally blonde. It's got quite mousy as I got older, and I was putting like different colour browns and things on, but I get my hairdresser to do it now because it was just getting too dark, and she's trying to lighten it up for me. But this fabric, it's absolutely gorgeous, really stretchy, obviously because it's maternity wear, and really soft. So I've managed to cut a thong out of it, right? So it's a bit strange, isn't it, from maternity to thong, but it's not turned out exactly as I expected, really. If you have a look at the pattern pieces, like, they look teeny weeny, don't they? You know, all these little pieces. I thought, oh, it'd be like a teeny thong. And you got to remember, when you make something for the first time, it is a bit of a prototype, but it's come out right, looking like a bit like a man's Y front look about it, right? They don't, like, I didn't make them to, you know, be a sexy pair of thongs. They were more a comfy pair of thongs. You know, when you wear something that you think, you need a thong, you know, but I want it to be comfy. So that was the intention. But have a look. That's the front, right? And that's the back, right? They're the biggest looking thong, like, I've ever owned, right? Anyway, I've tried them on, and the fit, you know, they're nice, they are comfortable, but I just think, even though I've chose the low-rise pair, they just look like there's just too much material at the front. I think maybe I need to, like, roll it down. Maybe if I made them again, maybe I'd take a bit of the pattern off at the top. I just think, I don't know what it is, they look like a man's wife, don't they? But they do feel lovely and soft, and you know what? I know what's going to happen. I'm going to end up living in them, aren't I? I just know every time I make a pair of pants and I'm not impressed, I end up loving them. So, yeah, they do look better on than they do off. But they look so much cuter on the picture, don't they? What have I done with it? I've lost it already. I don't know. I've lost it anyway. I'll find it. No worries. Yeah, but they look a lot cuter on the picture. But I would revisit this pattern again. I definitely would. But maybe it's my choice in fabric. And you have got a choice. I've chose the banded edging. That's because I wanted to, like, make use of my cover stitch machine. So basically, I've sewed these on my overlocker. I actually put a woolly nylon in my overlocker on one of the looper threads. So actually, on the gusset bit where you overlock that, it is really lovely and soft. So yeah, I overlocked it, and then I've got my cover stitch machine on it, and I've left the 3 threads on it. And what I did is, because I aimed the middle needle into the ditch and one needle either side, and I'm trying to, like, just do things. I can use my cover stitch machine at the moment, but you don't need a cover stitch machine. This pattern, you can use a sewing machine. You don't need an overlock, you don't need a cover stitch machine. It's only because I've got these things I use them. And what's really good about Rebecca Page, I've only made 2 of her patterns, but she gives you all these different variations. So I could have done a fold over elastic, I could have done an enclosed elastic, I could have done a pico elastic trim, I've done the banded edge. So you've got so many choices with this. So maybe if I chose a different edging, maybe they would have turned. Maybe what I could do is cut maybe a seam allowance off the top of the pattern and maybe do a turnover, you know, sew some elastic in and then turn it over and sew it again. Maybe that might suit me better. Maybe it just looks a bit too bulky, but do you know what, I'll probably live in them, if I'm perfectly honest. So as long as nobody's looking at them, then you're all right, aren't you? So that is that. So I'll pop that there and I'll try and find what I've done with that pattern in a moment. What I might have to do is watch my video back, because I've done that before. I've watched my video back to see where I've put something, because I can't remember. Right, another thing I've had delivered, and I'm so excited about this, right? It's this, and it's a dress form, it's a mannequin, but not for a human, and it's just literally arrived. I was about to do this video and then the Amazon man came, and he came with the toothpicks and the lollipop sticks. So like, the camera was set up and I just got the hot glue gun on and started doing my my ski mouse, and this is it. Now one thing is going to be weird in transit, but here it is. It's a dog mannequin, and it's supposed to be Chihuahua size, and it did have the dimensions of the back length and the girth and things, but I can't remember what it said now. But it did say Chihuahua, and I have 2 Chihuahuas, and obviously I've got 2 Chihuahuas and they're different sizes, so I think it does look quite slender, doesn't it, really? So I've got like a little doggy model now, haven't I? And maybe if it does tally up quite well with my dogs, I can kind of do the fitting on the mannequin. And actually this was sitting down here, so I made this towards the end of last year. Actually, I made it during Vlogmas, actually, along the way, and it was out of my husband's old jumper that I'd kept because I was using it just around the house, but I wasn't wearing it anymore. So I'll just dress up the dog. I'm so excited about this. Do you know, I've always wanted one of these. I don't know why I haven't got one sooner. Oh my goodness, look. Oh, do you know what? I think that must be quite similar, because I think it looks quite roomy on Holly, actually, this jumper. Like wearable but roomy. But yeah, I've got a little doggy mannequin. But look, its ear's gone a bit strange. It's got a bit squash looking transit, can you see? I think the ear's meant to be sticking up, but that one, it's gone down. So I might have to try and manipulate that, tease it back up or something into place. But isn't that adorable? So that I love making clothes for my dogs. I really do. If you've I don't advise you go back and look at my beginning videos, because I think they're rather boring and really dull. But if you watch right from the start, that's all I'm doing all the time, is going on about dog clothes and things. So but yeah, I'm absolutely delighted with that. Now, what else did I want to speak to you about? I'm having a little glance. So clothes making. Most of you will probably know that I'm going to be making the toaster sweaty next. I still haven't traced the pieces out, but I will be doing that soon. I'll be clearing this off and I'm going to be tracing that, and then I'm going to find out what my plan is with the fabric and things. My most recent make was my Billy sweatshirt dress, and do you know what, I wore it yesterday, and do you know what, I left it on all day. Do you know, because it's so comfy, because you've not like got waistbands or anything. It's like a secret pyjama, as they say. So do you know what, I'll definitely make that again. It's just so lovely and cozy, and I felt I went out in it, you know, to the shops and things with these really nice like tights, like woolly looking tights with a pattern on them, and I felt really nice in it, actually. So yeah, I'll definitely make another one of those. Now, I have got some plans, because it's not only clothes making that I'm into. I have done more work on my red work, which I'll probably, before I start any knitting or anything now, I'll probably just keep going with that red work until it's finished now. That is my plan, but I've made a quite good go on that, and I'll probably work on my French hen, you know, the from the Partridge in the Pear Tree project that I've promised myself I'll do one a month. So yeah, I'm going to do the rest. I think I've done a lot of that already anyway earlier on in the year, so I'm going to carry on with that when I finish that red work piece. And I'm thinking about key dates. Now I do this every year for the start of this year and things to focus on, because it is a miserable time, isn't it, when you're taking down the Christmas tree and Christmas decorations. Now I'm the kind of person, I will celebrate anything, right? I will celebrate anything, I don't care what it is. And one thing I do celebrate is Burns Night, and that is the 25th of January, and that is a Scottish celebration. It's about Burns Night, it's the surname to a poet. I don't know the full story, but it's, you know, it's just a good excuse for a Scottish themed party. I'm not saying I'm having a party. It's my husband and my 3 sons, so, you know, it's not like, but that is a party in itself, isn't it? So basically I've got to set up the table, and I've made things before. I've made tartan placemats and things. I can't actually find the tartan placemats at the moment. I've been trying to locate them, but if I can't find them, I'm going to get a tablecloth. I'm just going to get some fun things and just have a dinner, you know, on Burns Night, and play some Scottish music, and maybe put some funny hats and things on, just for something to look forward to and a bit of fun. Now, at the end of January, it's my eldest dog's birthday, Holly, and at the start of February, it's Rafe's birthday. So we generally do a bit of a joint birthday thing for our dogs. So we'll probably do a little doggy theme party somewhere. We're not really fixate on the dates. We try and do a joint party roundabouts when it suits the family, kind of thing, to celebrate the dogs getting a year older. Now, another thing, we don't tend to do this. So if, you know, say if you don't fancy doing Scottish crafts and things, because that's what I try and tie in actually with the home education, is we'll do some Scottish themed things in January for, you know, home ed, some craft things. And then you've got on the 12th of February, Friday the 12th of February is Chinese New Year, so that's another home education thing I can do, you know, some Chinese themed things. And then obviously that's something you could do at home. You could have a Chinese themed night. You could order a Chinese, couldn't you? Decorate something Chinese, you know, just do something, dress up in Chinese, you know what I'm saying? Make, you know, there's many things you can do. So that, but I don't end up doing that. We do have a Chinese quite regular anyway, but that's one. But there's always so much going on for us with the Burns Night and the dogs' parties and things. And then on the 14th of February, obviously, is Valentine's Day. Now, not everybody has got someone that they're romantic with, so you can still celebrate Valentine's Day. And I've heard people calling it Galentine's Day, you know, your girl pal. You know, you could think of a friend that, if you're not romantically involved with anybody, pick a friend who's not romantically involved with anybody, and between yourselves say, let's have a Galentine's Day. And you could send each other something, make each other something, send something to your mom, send something to your children, just send something, or make something for somebody you love. It's not all about a romantic partner, but if you have got a romantic partner, then you can focus on them, can't you? So there's that. Then my mum's birthday is just after, so that's something else I'm focusing on. Then it's my youngest son's birthday. Then on Mother's Day in the UK is 14th of March. USA, I think it's 9th of May, but we're 14th of March, so that's something else, isn't it? So I've got to think about something I'm going to make for my husband. I don't think I'm going to go as overboard as I did last year with makes for my husband, in all honesty, but I'm definitely going to make him something. And I'm probably going to make something for my mum for Mother's Day, and I'm going to make something for her birthday as well. So it's quite a lot to get on with, really, isn't it? So as well as all the dressmaking plans I have, and I've realised when people do this make nine things, I thought, shall I have a look at this make nine? And the amount of things I want to make dressmaking, it is off the chart. And I thought, you know what, I don't really want to say I'm going to make these 9 because I might change my mind. So yeah, I'm not going to do make 9, never done it, and I'm not doing it this time either. I'm just going to keep making. So I know I'm going to make more than 9 things, but I don't really want to be fixed on those 9 things. Now, I did order some fabrics before Christmas, but they were off, had a long Christmas break, but they've arrived today, and they're from Frumble Fabrics. It's an unusual name, I know, and I've got a whole story about when I first went there, but I'm not going to tell you about that now. And they've also put a card in, a nice little card. I've ordered a jacket zip, and it's an open end zip, this is, so when it won't be attached, it will come apart. And now, do you remember me saying I'm going to make a jacket, and I said the jacket is going to be a bit out there, right? This is if it works. It's very thick and it might not even work, but this is my plan, right? I don't laugh. Look at that. It's fab, isn't it? Now, I'm the kind of person, right, I don't really like looking like everybody else, and it is quite hard, isn't it, to do that if you buy clothes, even with dressmaking, because, and especially if you put yourself out there, because people think, oh, I like that version, I'm going to do exactly the same, but you might not be walking next to them down to the street. I don't think I'm going to see anybody in a coat like this, am I? It's just going to be like a little jacket. And the thing is, I do ice skate. So if you're into skiing or ice skating, you can kind of get away with anything, really, can't you? But look at that, it's fab. And look at the inside. It's going to be so warm. When I go back to the ice rink, right, I hope to be wearing a jacket made of this, if it works out. You know, I don't know if it's going to sew. I'm going to be using a pattern I've never used before, so let's just see. I don't think it's got any stretch. Now, the pattern I'm going to be using does call for stretch, so I'm probably going to size up. I'll look what amount of stretch it needs, and work out how much I probably need to increase the size by, and just go from there. So yes, that's really exciting for me. So that was one of the fabrics, and the zip. But that isn't all the supplies I need. I'm going to need ribbon and things yet, so I might not end up using this zip because it might not work out with the ribbing. I don't know yet, so we'll just see. Oh, the dog's just... Oh, best watch out, actually. That hot glue gun's in. I said the dogs fell over. I don't want to wreck the dog, do I, already? So, the other fabric, I'm so excited about this one. And I don't know what I'm going to make yet, but it is basically a speckled kind of sweatshirt fabric. I can't tell you what it is exactly. I haven't got the notice here. I think it's the Cozy Colours, if you've ever seen that before. It's basically a really soft sweatshirting fabric, and it's got a little bit of stretch. So maybe a jumper, revisit a jumper, or maybe another jumper that I haven't made. I don't know if you've noticed that I've made quite a lot of jumpers this last few months, and I've not made the same one twice. I just keep trying a new pattern every time because I want to try all these patterns. I suppose in time I'll probably start revisiting patterns and make them again, you know, for another winter. But at the moment, I know some people say, oh, I want to make the best of this pattern, and they should, but I usually make one and then move on kind of thing. But eventually I'll go back and remake them. So that's just the way it is. So I'll pop that there. And this one is basically, it's a sporting fabric. And I think what I'm going to make, this is not set in stone, but I might make some ice skating leggings. It just depends, you know, how it is really. You know, is it going to be a bit cold on my legs? Maybe. I might not end up doing that, but it will be something sporting at some point. Like, it could be my next figure skating dress, couldn't it? Because I've made, my first dress I ever made was a figure skating dress, and it was a cream one, but how nice would that be? Yeah, I think I might be revisiting the pattern that I used last time, actually. Yeah, I can see that being a figure skating dress, actually. So I hope you've liked seeing the fabrics that I've bought. And so yes, there's lots to look forward to. So if you are struggling for ideas, that kind of, you know, if you're into dressmaking, I suppose it's not probably going to be too difficult, is it? Because there's always the next dressmaking pattern you want to make. But if you're not into dressmaking, I think the things to focus on are seasons. So you can have Easter, aren't you, to look forward to as well. And Easter won't be that far away. You could spend between now and Easter making things for Easter, couldn't you? So that's how I often work. I make seasonal makes, but now obviously I'm doing a lot of dressmaking, so I'm fitting in dressmaking in between, so there's just not enough hours in the day really, is there? So I'm just looking how long this video has taken, and it's quite long, so I might actually post this as it is, and I'll see you next time, and hopefully next time I see you I'll have a nice toaster sweater version 1 to show you. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're not having too much January blues, and I'll see you next time. Bye.